Hey, thanks for joining us here on Game Time. I'm Maurice Patton. This is not Chip Cirillo.
No.
It's Nick Cole who's helping us out with our fall All-Midstate teams. We will be rolling out golf, volleyball, girls soccer, cross country, and football All-Midstate teams here over the next few days as we lead into the Christmas holidays. And Nick's going to start us up here with the golf All-Midstate teams.
Hey, Maurice, the golf at Willowbrook, again, the state championship. I got out there for the Division II and then the Class A, AA, and then you had the Class AAA. So we both got a good look at some of the golfers this year.
Well, you had some more important matters
Well,
to
there
tend to
may have been
there.
something that happened there. I had a birth of a child there a little bit earlier than expected, but no, saw a lot of good golf this year, and it's so hard when you go back through and try to pick these All-Midstate teams. I know you know better than I do, but when you're trying to pick 3 girls golfers and 5 boys golfers for the first team, I mean, there are 10 people on each that could deserve those honors.
Easily 10.
Yeah, or maybe more. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we had to go with who we thought were the best 3. Start with the girls All-Midstate team. First one, Nicole Page from FRA. She's just a sophomore. Lost the state championship as a freshman to a teammate in a playoff hole.
Playoff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so comes back in her sophomore year and just wins it outright herself. Also, her second team championship over there with FRA. So very worthy winner there, and could be somebody that you see again in the next couple of years as well, I would imagine.
Most likely.
Yeah. Another member is Hanley Long, junior from Rossview. She won the District 10 AAA championship and the Region 5 AAA championship, and did pretty well in state. Her and freshman Caroline Caudell teamed together to be state runner-up in the AAA tournament. You probably saw a little bit of them.
Yeah, Clarksville, that area has provided some really good golfers here over the last few years, obviously with Samantha Gocher from Clarksville, and Clarksville's girls won a couple of team championships, and so it's kind of shifted to Rossview now, I guess, with Handley and what she's done, and again, as you said, another underclassman, so could see her around again as well.
Absolutely. And so I guess that leads us, we're into the third player, which is going to be our player of the year, which is Alexandra Farnsworth, senior from Ensworth. She has been around, a name that people have probably heard in the golf community for quite some time. Won the state championship as a sophomore, finished as runner-up in her junior year, and actually this year in Division II AA behind Blakesley Warren from Baylor School, who is a very good golfer in her own right. Those two probably the best 2 girls golfers in the state.
Quite possibly, yeah. And again, as you said, Alexandra is a name that's been around a lot. She actually advanced to the D2 tournament as an 8th grader, and she has played in the school days tournaments down here as well. And so she is really experienced and has really put together a nice little career.
Yeah, she's going to be going to Vanderbilt, so she'll be playing her college golf locally. But we got a chance to catch up with Alexandra, and she had this to say about winning the state championship.
Definitely state tournament this year. I learned that when adversity comes, you can still come back from it. And I definitely proved myself that no matter what happens in a round, I can still come back.
Next, we've got the boys All-Midstate team. This one we get 5, so we get a little bit more to choose from there, but also more candidates with those teams being a little bit bigger. We start with Dawson Armstrong, Lipscomb Academy senior. He's a Lipscomb University signee, so he'll be staying within the Lipscomb family of schools. Won District 10 AAA, won Region 5 AAA, and finished as the AAA state runner-up, losing in a playoff hole down at Willowbrook. So almost ran all the way through there. Part of a strong golfing family.
Absolutely, yeah. Dowling, his older brother, was our golfer of the year a couple of years ago. Won state in AAA. They moved up here from Georgia and kind of snuck up on us, I think, initially. But and I think there's another little brother coming along as well.
There is.
So yeah, really strong golfing family and a name to continue to watch out for, I think, in AAA golf.
And the next guy on the list is the guy that actually beat him in that state tournament. Would be Grayson Davis, as a sophomore from CPA. he sort of, I guess maybe you could say, came out of nowhere. I don't know. I talked to a lot of coaches before the tournament, and a lot of them were talking about his teammate Scotty Hudson as being a guy that could win the state tournament. And here Grayson comes up and has 2 really good days and is just solid all the way through that tournament, and helped his team get to the state tournament as a team, and also tied for the Region 6A AA individual title with Scotty Hudson.
Yeah, when you get a sophomore winning that thing, obviously kind of builds up the expectations for them. So it's fun to watch those young kids develop right there and develop in that spotlight, as Grayson will be here over the next couple of years.
The next guy's a senior from Smyrna, Zach Haynes. He's committed to UT Martin. Signed with UT Martin actually. Finishes the AAA state runner-up. Also lost in a playoff hole. There were a lot of close individual championships this year. Looks like he won District 7 AAA and finished 3rd in Region 4 AAA. I know you probably saw a little bit of him.
Yeah, saw that playoff that he lost in, and as you said, competition was really great at the state level this year, and getting there as well. Zach had a fantastic season.
Next is Hunter Richardson, senior from Clarksville. It's the area you're talking about that's so strong. He's also a UT Martin signee. He won District 10 AAA, won Region 5 AAA, and finished 6 shots off the lead at that AAA state tournament.
Yeah, I think he was leading coming out of the first round, or was right at the top of the leaderboard coming out of the first round. Had a tough second day, but as you said, nice run up to the state tournament with his play in the district and region tournaments.
And that leads us to the Mid-State Player of the Year for boys golf. We went with Noah Trinkler, senior from Hendersonville. Noah won the AAA state championship, beat out Zach Haynes, and also led his Hendersonville team to their 3rd state championship in 4 years.
Yeah. They have really had something special over there. They've had a nice run of golfers, and Andy Gilly, the coach over there, has really kind of gotten them headed in the right direction and put them in the right places to succeed, and they've done a really good job.
Yeah, I was talking to them the other day, and Noah said that when he came to try out in 9th grade that he barely broke 100. And Andy Gilly said he had no idea who this kid was, but he added him to the team, and he contributed to all 4 teams that made the state, and then it just shows what kind of improvement he made over his time there to win the state championship. It's pretty interesting.
It just goes to show that if you stick with it, that good things can happen for you. To go from barely breaking 100 in trials as a freshman to winning it as a senior and being the Tennessean Mid-State Golfer of the Year. I assume you've got a little video of him.
Yes,
as well.
we did catch up with him, and he told us about what it felt like to win that state championship.
It was breathtaking. That moment where I stepped on the first tee box for the 3rd time in 2 days to play for an individual title was beyond belief the best moment of my life.
I guess last we've got to get to the coaches of the year, right?
Well, that would be good.
Yeah. Probably not going to be a surprise on the boys' side. So we start there, I guess. Just spoke of him, Andy Gilly at Hendersonville, 3rd state championship in 4 years. His team won several tournaments through the regular season, and just about anybody that I talked to from the high school golf community just talked about how strong that team was 1 through 5. And Andy really said, that was the strength of that team, was that, you had Noah that was really good, but you also, any of the 5 were capable of shooting in the 60s at any given point.
Right, and in fact, I don't think the same 4 guys scored both days at the state tournament, and that kind of depth, when you've got 5 guys that can go low at any time, that depth really helps you. And Andy had that Hendersonville program right on the brink of getting to the state tournament or getting to the state tournament, but not, getting up to the top for about a 4 or 5 year stretch before they finally won their first one back in 2010. And to get them over the hump, it's been a great job, and done a good job of attracting some really good golfers to come out there and stay with it, like a Noah Trinkler, for instance. So he's really kind of built that thing up and got it rolling right about now.
And on the girls' side, I believe this gentleman won last year as well. This is Glenn Tackett from Franklin Road Academy. It's hard to argue with the results he's able to get in that division. Another state championship win for that team, and another individual championship win from his team, and it just seems like, you know, he won with a sophomore and a freshman making contributions this year. He had one senior, but you know, it was sort of, he had to replace a couple of seniors from last year's team, and it was just like nothing ever happened. They just kept going.
It's kind of like he reloads. I spoke to him last year when he was named Coach of the Year and the job that FRA had done, and kind of talked of the dynasty that they've built. They've won like 3 and 4 years, and we're runner-up another year. So in that Division 2A league, he's really done a good job with that program as well.
Well, I guess that wraps us up for golf, but there's still a lot more to check out on the website this week, and on Sunday, I guess it's going to be the big.
Yeah, we will have the print presentation of all of our teams, as well as second teams and the coaches of the year in all 5 of our fall sports. Again, golf, volleyball, girls soccer, cross country, and of course football. And we'll have all of those up on our website as well at Tennessean.com, so be sure and check those out as these teams come out. Again, I'm Maurice Patton. This is Nick Cole. Thanks for joining us here on Game Time.